We tend to go climbing because it makes us happy. And at the beginning of a new year or the end of a season, it is not uncommon to dream big, set new goals, or think about our next climbing trip. During this time, we often make plans to improve our physical health, such as what we can do to increase our strength, fitness, and motivation. What is often overlooked during this planning period is how we can also use our climbing time to improve upon our mental health and well-being. And with statistics showing that 1 in 4 people will experience mental ill health in the UK each year, and the figures appear to be rising year on year, it is now more important than ever that we put in the same amount of care and attention towards looking after our own mental health, rather than leaving it to chance. It can be helpful to consider mental health as a continuum, with in crisis at one end, excelling at the other end, and struggling, surviving, and thriving in between. All of us will move up and down this continuum to some degree, not just within our lifetime, but also within each day. Using the evidence-based 5 Ways to Wellbeing model, which is also supported by the NHS and by Mind, I will be taking a look at how we can use our days out climbing as ways to purposefully exert an increase in our mental health and feelings of well-being. The 5 ways are: connect, be active, take notice, keep learning, and give. Connect. In the context of self-improvement, we sometimes like the allure of thinking of ourselves as a lone wolf or thriving off of competition and rivalries. However, the truth of the matter is that the human mammal is wired to thrive from meaningful collaboration with others, and that this directly correlates to our mental and physical health. When thinking about our goals, consider changing our mindset from one of competition to one of collaboration. After all, there is no us and them. There is only us. Be active. Climbing is often considered as a full body workout, where we can enjoyably push ourselves to within our physical limits. However, activity isn't always about stressing our muscles and ligaments to the fullest. We also need movement that is gentle or rhythmic and allows for feelings of gracefulness and healing. It can be useful to consider the philosophy of yin and yang, where 2 seemingly opposite concepts are in fact just the 2 sides of the same coin, and needed in order to create a sense of balance and harmony. Too much physical stress can create burnout or injury, and too much stillness or softness can create stagnation or agitation. When thinking about our climbing days, it might be helpful to consider how to bring a balance between intense, hard physical movements along with gentle and soft movements. This might be at the micro level, such as achieving this balance within each climb, or at the macro level, such as when planning a month of different training sessions. Take notice. For me, this means being mindful. What I will say in brief here is that our mind's natural inclination is to dwell on the negative, including things that aren't even real, such as our thoughts about the future or what other people might be thinking. When we choose to slow down or even to stop, and then use our direction of attention deliberately, we can move away from our negativity bias and take notice of what is in the present moment. And when we do this, we tend to notice that the moment is filled with opportunities to experience delight and wonder. Keep learning. Personally, I believe that curiosity and playfulness are 2 of the best attributes towards creating a learning mindset. Days spent climbing, especially outdoors, place us in environments and situations that are frankly awe-inspiring, and if we can remain open, curious, and playful throughout the process, then learning becomes a natural outcome. Give. Contribution, compassion, and acts of kindness have long been known to be an effective way to increase our long-term mental health, as well as building stronger and more resilient communities. Every individual has the amazing ability to be able to contribute in a unique way. Our own personal history, social connections, resources, and skill sets mean that we are of great value to someone, somewhere. When planning your climbing training this year, consider what strengths you have that can allow another person or groups of people to engage more positively with their own well-being journey. It shouldn't come as grand gestures or moments of sacrificing your own pleasures. The process of giving should come from a full heart. So, there we have it. Which of these categories could use a deliberate input of your care and attention? Even just a small change makes a big difference over time. If you enjoyed this video, then please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. And also consider becoming a Patreon, where for less than a cup of coffee each month, you can help to support me by making these videos and continuing with the creative process. And wherever you are, I wish you a pleasant life and awesome climbing.